Hello, this is Jorge Cisneros, and I'm going to present the micro teaching assignment for the subject Didactics of English Teaching, and this is going to be in two parts in the video. The first part, I'm going to show the four skills based on the micro teaching, and then I'm going to present my class. Alright, we're going to start with the background information, and the course name is English Conversation 2. The level for this class is the level B1 and B2 that correspond to the intermediate and advanced English. The time for this class is 60 minutes. Description of the students. The class is designed for 15 students from a private school. They are 9th graders. In addition, they, like all current schools, the English language is taught as a subject as a rule. They are students of an intermediate advanced level, like I said before, and therefore they are able to maintain fluent conversations for a long period of time without any problems. So the objectives for this lesson are these ones. At the end of the lesson, the students should have to extend their vocabulary, read longer works in variety of styles, including drama, poetry, essays, and short stories, and I'm going to show some of that in this class. And the last one is the students will improve their ability to listen to any conversation, watch a movie, or listen to a song in English. Alright, the first skill is writing activity, which is so important in English class. The time is going to take 15 minutes of this class, and the resources are paper, pens, the whiteboard, and makers. Alright, for this activity, the teacher should start with a question of who do I want to be in 10 years? Then the teacher will ask again, why? These questions will be written on the board for the students to begin answering, and they will have 15 minutes for this activity to take and write down some options they have in mind. So the questions will be written on the board by the teacher, and the students will have to answer these questions by writing on a page of paper. They should write 100 words of more, and they will only have 15 minutes to complete this activity. And the lesson activity is my micro teaching, so I'm going to present that in the last activity. Alright, then we have the speaking activity. The time is going to take 15 minutes. Resources are just paper. For this activity, we use the previous one, which is the listening that I said before. I'm going to explain that in a small part of this lesson. For this activity, we use the previous one, and previously the teacher asked some questions about the audio of the video, and the activity tries to answer those questions. In this case, we will publicize the students' responses and give each one or whatever they need a minute to speak. In this case, we will give the students the opportunity to practice their speaking, and at the same time help them with their pronunciation, with the phonetics. I will enter phonetics within this activity, and the students' answer will be exposed in 1 minute. The students will be selected randomly, so that's the reason, because we just have 15 students and we just have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. For this, the students must stand from his desk and talk about his answers, and this will take about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, like I said before. We just need papers, and then we have the reading activity. The time for this activity is just 10 minutes. The resources are a book. I'm going to show you the book, which is just 64 pages long and easy to read. For this activity, we will take 10 minutes and you will only have to read a small book. I will use The Little Prince, which is El Principito in Spanish. It is a small book and doesn't have such an advanced vocabulary. And along with this, they will have to read it aloud by one by one, and they will have to read a chapter among all the students, and the teacher will tell them when the other students read the next part. For example, the first chapter says, Once when I was 6 years old, I saw a magnificent picture in a book called The True Stories from Nature. Then the teacher will take another student, and he or she is going to read this line. About the Primrose Forest, it was a picture of a boa constrictor in the act of swallowing an animal. Here is a copy of the drawing. It is not necessary to show this picture, but you are watching it in the screen. Then the next student will says, in the book it said, boa constrictors swallow the prey whole without chewing it. After that, they are not able to move, and they slip through the 6 months that they need for the digestion. That's an example of what am I presenting in this class. Moreover, this is how the 4 activities of each skill conclude. And I'm going to present my activity, which is the listening activity. For this activity, we will going to talk like about 10 minutes. The resources are a board, audio foil, marker, paper, and pens for the students. For this activity, it will be necessary a USB or any storage device in which we have an audio podcast, YouTube video, a song or an audio recorder by the teacher. And for this activity, we'll choose the following video that I'm showing as soon as possible. Alright, this is the video. A bus stop horror story. We just need the audio.
To sit and wait in the bus shelter. It was a cold night and snow had just started peppering the ground. My bus was taking longer than usual, so I got my phone out and listened to some music. Almost an hour to the next bus stop. I turned around to check to see if he was there.
Alright, that's the audio, and the teacher can show them the video as well, but just without subtitles. So as an initial step, students watch the short video. It can only be viewed once, and at the end, when the video is over, the teacher will ask about the events of the audio video, and the teacher will write on the board 3 questions about the events that occurred, about what they heard. And then he will begin to ask one by one of the students, and the students who answer correctly will have to choose a classmate, and the teacher will have to ask that student the following question that is written on the board. So the questions are the next one. The first question is, what is the old man asking the young man? And they have to remember what they heard. They need to take notes when they heard when they hearing the audio. So they have to pay really attention and how to respond or answer these questions. And the next one is, how old was the young man in the story, and why was he at the bus stop so late? So for example, in this second question, I can show you the response, the answer of that question, and is the next one.
Decided to sit and wait in the bus shelter. It was a cold night and snow had just started peppering the ground. I would go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and ride the bus
These are
home.
the answer of the
It was a
question.
Sunday and I had just missed my bus, so I had to wait longer for another one. I would have called my parents, but they were out for the evening.
So basically that's the listening activity. It is no longer at all, but it takes a little bit of work because of hearing. You know, when you're hearing out for the first time or a couple of times, it is a little bit stressed because you don't have your ears so prepare for this kind of audio seeing in neutral or a specific English and native speakers. So it's like an approach, it's a goal for my students to take this class. And the third question is, why did the old man want to approach the boy? Again, they have to remember, or they have to take notes and write down what the answer is. And the same question, and in three question, is the second question: who did the old man remember when he saw the boy? So basically, this is my class, and I hope you enjoyed this listening activity, and I hope you understand what I'm saying and what I'm gonna explain in this class. And this is the resource again, and the video is going to take in this this document. So that's all of my part, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.